Well, we're about 3 weeks away from the kickoff of our first earnings season, or our first earnings period. That earnings period runs from the middle of February until just before Memorial Day, and then picks up again during the summer and runs all the way until Thanksgiving for the most part. And our office is fielding a lot of, for lack of a better description, panic phone calls from non-clients. These are primarily colleagues, people that we've had some affiliation with years ago in many cases, that are bemoaning that they have never seen a January like they are seeing right now. Well, let's recap a couple of things. We never saw an October and November like we saw last October and November, and that was the effect of the election. We also, and I mean that in a negative way, but in a positive way, I know from this chair, from this office, we've never seen so much revenue success with our clients as we did in the month of December. It was unprecedented. It was pent-up consumer demand. By the same token, we're seeing flat results so far these first few weeks, or a modicum of increase over the first few weeks from our existing clients. When I say existing, people we've worked with for 6 months or more, and getting a lot of calls from client inquiries about what is going on in their weight loss offering. Well, let me just make a blanket statement. Having been through a number of wars in the weight loss industry, Senate subcommittee hearings, positive economies, negative economies, good presidents, bad presidents, you name it, blizzards, hurricanes, floods, even a plague of grasshoppers in Huntsville, Alabama, you name it, you'd be amazed at how the collective psyche of America can be polarized and paralyzed. And I'm pretty confident in the 2 weeks that led up to the inauguration, we will look back on that when the consumer data comes out and find out people were holding on to their dollars and taking a deep breath. And then the weekend of the inauguration, there was a lot of consternation. So our projection is get ready for that pent-up demand to start to show up and people spend. Because let's face it, as an economist said during the recession a few years ago, hey, not spending is just boring. Americans are consumers first, and then Americans second, and whatever their religious faith is third in many cases. So people like to spend. They can only sit on their money for so long. The key is your weight loss offering prepared? Now, we just got done in the last 48 hours doing a wave of telephone shopping, and we were amazed at the results. And I mean that cutting both sides of the equation. We saw heard some spectacular responses on the phone. People that answered the phone after the third ring with enthusiasm and energy and electricity, that greeted us and asked key questions, our first name, and asked us about our desire to lose weight and how long we've had it, and asked some fact-finding questions before making a recommendation of coming into the center. They overcame objections. They closed for the appointment. In one case, 9 times the center closed for the appointment. And I don't mean in an aggressive way, but 9 times they closed for the appointment. They were like a pit bull. You want to make sure your staff is doing the exact same thing. Let's face it. If I can't answer the phone properly and I work for you, there's a whole lot of other things I'm probably letting slide. Now, in my heart of hearts, I am thinking I am doing everything, and I may be doing everything I've been trained to do, but your advertising and marketing is probably in the right place. You probably have it set up, and if not, we can evaluate it and let you know. And you probably have the right staff, they just need the right training. And you want to make sure you have the right sales tools available to you to close in this new era of closing a weight loss program. What worked even 24 months ago does not work now. There are too many people that have been through too many weight loss programs and saw too much and spent too many of their hard-earned dollars to approach it the same way it was done a few years ago. And one last thought. We are getting bombarded by calls from some newer offerings, some newer brands that have just come on the scene in the last 3 to 5 years, where a lot of their offices are in absolute freak out mode because sales are down as much as 40, 50, 60% this January versus last January. That is not entirely unexpected when you're a new brand and you have recently grand opened, and there's a way to fix that immediately. So if you want to have that conversation, call our office. For more information, click us or call us.